Morning everybody, out with RB, and we've all just met down at the garage this morning, down at Eclipse, and we're going to have a nice little Sunday jaunt out. We haven't done this for a couple of weeks. Jaunt out to the Sunday sausage, or the super sausage on a Sunday should I say, and slightly different change of formation this morning. Up the front we've got Steph, he's two'd up. I think he's got Kirsty with him. I think so anyway. And then Shelley's riding up the back with Lexi. Shelley's showing off her new crash helmet and just about to pick it up. She's got her leg holster on. Quite a nice little bit of kit there. Obviously I've got my Oxford tank bag. Got absolutely no room for storage on this ZX, but Shelley's got I do like the idea of that little leg bag, and that little leg's mounted, and I'll feed around the corner as well. She's got her cornering down absolutely spot on. Obviously I've got change of outfit today. I changed out. I couldn't be asked to put my levers on. If you saw the levers that Tiger sent me, my Kawasaki levers, I had them free from Tiger Levers. They decided to send them across to me, and they said to me, what size do you want? I went 40 shoulder and a 32 waist, and I've actually got them. I've got a 44 jacket, got a 36 trouser. They sent the complete wrong set of levers to me, and they sent the wrong set of levers to somebody else in the States. So I was put a call and a couple of emails into, and so obviously they're not in the UK. I said, what are you going to do about these levers? Well, you can return them to us, but you're going to have to pay the postage. And when I looked at the postage, it was around about 60 quid with all the import and everything to get them all back again. I went, nah. I said, forget it. I said, I'm just not going to advertise your company. Just send me another set then. We can't do that. We can only give you 1 3 set because it costs us to make them. We should have checked in the first place then. I did have a chat with a leather upholsterer, or a person that does bike levers, and she did say, oh shit, I can bring them all in, but you're going to be looking around about 140 quid for me to redo the levers. And I was like, and it just so happened then that someone's emailed me over this week and just said, hi Dave, noticed that you're looking for another set of levers in green. Yep, I've got a set of RST race levers, but they're slightly different because they've got all the Kawasaki logos all over them. And I'm like, how much do you want for them? If you want to shell me 50 quid. So if you fancy a set of monster levers, what I might be doing is putting these ones up on the old marketing site eBay, or stick them up on my page for sale, because although I love these levers, they just don't fit, and it's, why should I shell out money if someone's going to send me a promotional item? So it's I'm in two minds as to what I'm going to do. And I was chatting with Mumsy the other day. I haven't seen Mum for a couple of months, because obviously my mum is quite old. Well, if you work out that I'm 56, and then that will give you an idea. But obviously my mum is still a biker. Now, she had me a very, very young age, so you work that one out. She's only just in her late 60s, so yeah, work that out for yourself. Naughty, naughty. But my mum was going for all my bike photos, and she went, oh my god, I found some of you at 5 years old sat on this bike. I've got some of you at 12 on your BSA Bantam. And I went, I was saying to her, I said, what I'd really like to do was find some of my old motocross videos, or some of my old motocross photos when I used to race for KTM. Now, I was Southern England champion for 2 years running back in the 80s, racing for Team KTM on a 420, and I absolutely loved my KTM back then. But as a motocross bike, I did. Started off loads of different bikes through my years. I had started off 5 years old, little 50 monkey bike. 12 years old, had a BSA Bantam 175. And then went up to a KX250 to start motocrossing. And then obviously on to Team KTM for a couple of years, riding 420s. Got to 16. Pooch Maxi, pedal along. If you remember those, everyone had a Fizzy or a Honda SS, or the little, I think it was called Suzuki X1, which was before the X7. But I had a Pooch Maxi. Went from that straight to a 250 Dream, then a Super Dream, or as they called it, the Wet Dream, and then from that 900cc Kawasaki ZX9. Always loved that bike. And had a couple of different ones. I had a Moto Guzzi Le Mans Mark II, Laverda Jota. I had so many bikes, but it's obviously, I just wish back then that I'd have kept the photos. It's just a case of digging through about 60 or 70 family albums just to find those photos. Nowadays it's a lot easier, everything's online, all on digital storage, and you can roll through about 200 photos in about 10 seconds. Oh yeah, there's the photo. So I will be sort of putting a brief history of my life up, including sort of, obviously I had a break for about 10 years from biking while I went and DJ'd and did weddings and other stuff, and then back into my biking. And obviously I've been with the guys at Eclipse now for 6 years this January, and still love it as much as I did day one. Absolutely passionate about my job at Eclipse. Love my bike riding, love being out with these guys, and there's nothing better. And obviously I've got a huge biker following now. I've got more bikers following me than I did when I had my professional DJ show. You know, we did have a lot of wedding couples, thanks to the wedding, that was it, that's all you hear. But my biking friends, I don't see for 3 or 4 months. They just pop up on the page. Hi RB or Dave, how you keeping? Yeah, I'm good, thanks. Alright, fancy a meet up, you know. And the biking community is one big brotherhood. That's what people don't understand, the friendship that we have between people. And obviously females very, very welcome. It's not just a male orientated sport. I have a lot of female bikers that I follow. ZX10 Deb on the DDFM-Fire crew. Obviously I've got Shirley and her husband Steph in front of me, so they're very, very good friends, always willing to have a chat with me. Facebook friends as well. And my Facebook friends I tend to keep very personal. What I do at home is my concern, but if you want to follow me Red Bomb page, then yeah, I'll chat to you on that, but don't expect me to add you on my Facebook personal unless we've been out a few times, we go out to dinner. And my actual close circle of friends, you know, if I had no computer, I had no internet, and everyone said, oh, I've got 6,500 friends on my Facebook, you know, I've got about 60 friends that I'm close to. No way! You know, that is individual. I have, I believe, around about 5 very, very close friends. One is obviously boss at the garage, Phil, and his lad Taylor. But then obviously my normal ride partner that I have with me, and I call her Stick Bean Kathy, she works with me, and I've known her for nigh on 40 years. You know, we're very, very good mates. We're like brother and sister more than anything. We do fall out occasionally, but me and her just gel really, really well. She's been to my wedding as well. She was obviously at my wedding. Wife absolutely adores her. We're very, very good friends. And then I do have more female friends than I do male, and people say to me, why? Simple reason being, when I go out I want to have a conversation. I don't want to be talking football, I don't want to be talking what you did all work all week, you know, unless it's biking. And I certainly don't want to know what you did after 9 o'clock when you go to bed. Guys tend to, oh, I met a bird last night, guess what I did? I don't want to know. What you do in your personal life is your personal life. I don't expect you to broadcast it all over. I certainly wouldn't sort of be mentioning to the lads down at the Super Sausage, or the guys at work, oh, had a really good night with the missus last night. No, that is personal. So each to their own, but my personal life is very, very private. Very similar to what RJ does. RJ doesn't discuss his family, doesn't discuss his wife. Andy, obviously MissendenFlyer, sometimes goes out with Mrs. Flyer. I know Spicy's obviously got his other half Reeno and they do the blocks and that, but that is it. You don't see what people's private lives are, so we tend to keep that side very, very quiet. But nice steady ride over at Super Sausage. And obviously I said at the beginning of the video I had a bit of a change up. I got my Kevlar jeans on today. I couldn't be asked to put my leggings on because they're so baggy. You could fit 3 of me inside these levers, so I thought, no, I'll put my Kevies on. And I actually had someone's comment to me, he said, why don't you just get yourself a set of green textiles? Much that I love winter and textile clothing, I prefer to be in a full set of levers. It's just something about the feel of wearing leather, and don't get kinky on that either. And yeah, bits and pieces all like that. That's all been going on this week. I have been thrown out of the local Kentucky. I've also been barred from the local KFC. As I say, KFC and McDonald's, they both barred me now. Thanks to a person called Filthy Frenchfry. He did a certain video on his YouTube. If you happen to go on to Filthy Frenchfry on YouTube, have a look. And I believe it's called Jesus and the Lump of Wood, or Jesus and the Piece of Wood. Every time he gets to a bridge, rev bomb, a little bit of a rev. The hell. Yeah, I say Jesus and the Piece of Wood, rev bomb. So I decided to get my own back, and I did go into both of those places first and say, can I ask this? Are you alright if I ask this question? And it was a little bit staged, but I did it at the time when they were most busy. So I pull up at the window. Hello McDonald's, can I take your order please? Yeah, hello, do you serve filthy French fries? What are those? Well, just, I don't know, filthy French fries. No, I've never heard of them. Filthy French fries are very, very well known in America and Canada. No, never ever heard of them. Alright, well, I did that at both driving. Have you heard of a filthy French fry? And I happened to get the Kentucky one, and I said, have you got any filthy French fries? No, only on YouTube, mate. Sorry? Filthy French fries. Well, we don't do filthy French fries, but you can find them on YouTube, mate. Alright. Are you a follower? Yeah, mate. I've been a follower of his for about a year. I'm like, oh, damn it. You ruined my gag. And he went, no, F off. You're barred. Why? And it was a little bit, so I had to edit a bit of the video out. We had a little bit of a slagging match, and he went, if you're going to pull up through my drive-through, waste my time, blah, 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 blah. But it was worth it, Filthy, just to see the look on some people's faces. Do you serve filthy French fries? Always happy to help a biker out. Obviously Gesto, from Gesto and Lane, he's broken his arm. Get well soon, Gesto. He is on the hunt for a new bike. Emma was out riding, Lane was out riding on her own. And hope you enjoyed the ride, Emma. Must come down and have a ride with you guys soon. I've been invited down to Finchingfield with Reevy. So Reevy, we'll get round to coming down and seeing you, buddy. So we're about to head into Sausage now. It's been a nice little ride out, nice little ramble on this morning. Me just plodding on about certain stuff. I might have to do this in 2 sections. Because obviously once I get the mouth in gear, it doesn't disengage. But I do enjoy sort of just telling you about different bits and pieces, and I know a lot of people, a lot of you guys enjoy listening to my ramblings and listening to the sound of the bike. You haven't heard much of it this morning with me going on all the time, but over for a decent Super Sausage cup of tea, have a bit of fun. There's a lot of cars this morning. Morning, boys. Morning, Chris. So just a quick look around. Busy morning this morning. There's bikies everywhere. So we've got Revmic joining us in a while, so we'll have a wind up for a minute and we'll catch up in after we have some brekkie on the next vlog.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
Nice little run out of super sausage and caught up with a few of the guys. Therhythmicbiker turned up. Did like that new bike of his. Does look very nice. So nice bike, Revmic. And a couple of the others down, obviously Shelley and the crew, Stefan. And it wasn't Kirsty, it was her son. I thought it was Kirsty, but it wasn't. So just heading home as usual. The obligatory bacon roll is tucked under the seat for the missus, and be getting home. I shall be chilling out this afternoon, although she does want me to strip the wallpaper in the spare bedroom, so nice little job for me to do later. And obviously caught up with Dave that was down with his green Kawasaki as well. Photos are on the Instagram, and I'll chuck up some photos. If you haven't seen the photos, they're on the Facebook. I've got two Kawasaki's side by side, and God did they look good. So here's one slightly different to mine. He's got the P5 in black, and it's got the same fairing set as mine. Better. Just get around the traffic. Lots of boys out today enjoying the weather. Maybe a little bit of clock blurring going on today while the roads are warm and dry, and obviously I've got to be careful because I've only got my Kevlar jeans on. I've not got my full race leathers on. But a nice morning had by all. There might be a little bit of filtering going on in here in a minute, depending on when these silly lights change.
A few moments later.
So RB's little run out for the day. Had a nice little blast this morning. Thanks to the guys for coming out with me. As usual, be well, ride safe guys. Catch you on the next one. Until then, RB signing out, saying it's a big goodbye from me.